For over 60 years, the holy grail of rocketry was never faster or stronger, it was cheaper. The goal? Building a rocket that could be used again. Every nation, every major aerospace firm, and even NASA itself chased this dream, only to declare it too hard, too expensive, or simply impossible. Then, one upstart company decided the only way to make space access routine was to treat a multi-million-dollar rocket like an airplane. This is the story of how SpaceX cracked the code of reusability, and in doing so, revolutionized the world's most costly industry. The fundamental problem was economic. Up to 80% of a rocket's cost is in the first stage: the engines, the electronics, the massive fuel tanks. For decades, it was just technically simpler to drop that entire stage into the ocean than to bring it back. Think about it like throwing away an entire Boeing 747 after just one flight. The Space Shuttle was a noble step toward reusability. But its components, like the solid rocket boosters retrieved from the ocean, required months of incredibly costly refurbishment. The system was too complex, too heavy, and ultimately did not make access to space cheaper or more frequent. SpaceX was founded with a powerful mantra: the goal is making life multiplanetary, and the constraint is cost. To shatter that cost constraint, they had to solve the reusability puzzle. Elon Musk and his engineers had to overcome 4 colossal technical hurdles that legacy companies had deemed unsolvable. First, the throttable engine. Traditional rocket engines were built to go full throttle, and that's it. But to land, you need control. You need an engine that can reignite in space and throttle up and down with precision. The Merlin engine, designed and built entirely in-house by SpaceX, was the answer. It's what allows the rocket to precisely slow down for its landing. Second, atmospheric control. As the booster falls back to Earth at hypersonic speeds, it's like a giant, uncontrolled metal tube. It needed steering. SpaceX invented large, retractable grid fins. They might look simple, but they are incredibly complex hypersonic control surfaces, made of titanium that guide the falling booster with astonishing accuracy, making tiny adjustments to keep it on course. Third, the landing target. To save precious fuel and maximize the payload mass going to orbit, the booster often has to land hundreds of miles offshore. So where do you land it? On a custom-built, autonomous drone ship floating in the middle of the ocean. Landing a 15-story building on a moving pitching deck the size of a football field, within a target box just 9 meters wide, requires phenomenal precision. Finally, the precision landing itself. The final act, the hover slam, is the most dangerous part of the entire sequence. With just seconds to go, the central engine must ignite perfectly, slow the vehicle from supersonic speeds, and shut down at the exact moment of zero velocity, just as the landing legs make contact. There is absolutely zero margin for error. The moment that first Falcon 9 booster touched down on land in 2015, the economics of space changed forever. Before SpaceX, launching a medium to heavy lift rocket could easily cost over $150 million, sometimes much more. SpaceX immediately disrupted the market. Their published price for an expendable Falcon 9 was already competitive at around $62 million. But the reusability discount, the savings of about $15 million per flight, meant that customers could access space at an unprecedented low cost. For the first time, price, not just capability, became the driving factor in the launch market. This price drop didn't just win contracts. It created an economic vacuum that sucked up nearly all available business. Legacy competitors like ULA had to scramble to develop their own reusable systems, often decades after declaring it impossible. SpaceX rapidly became the world's dominant launch provider, flying at a cadence that no nation or competitor could even dream of matching. Today, reusability is no longer a cool technical demonstration. It's the industry standard. The Falcon 9 Block 5 boosters are designed to fly 10 times with minimal refurbishment, and some have already flown over 20 times. The technology has matured to the point where launching a new, expended booster is now the exception, not the rule. Reusability is now fundamental to national capability. NASA trusts the reusable Falcon 9 and Dragon capsule to ferry its astronauts to and from the International Space Station. Even SpaceX's rivals, like Blue Origin and Rocket Lab, are now pursuing reusability, proving the model works for others, 2 years after SpaceX paved the way. But the Falcon 9 was just the stepping stone. The goal was never just to reuse the booster. The goal was to make space access as routine and affordable as air travel. The ultimate expression of this vision is Starship, a fully and rapidly reusable transportation system designed to carry hundreds of tons of cargo and dozens of humans to the Moon and eventually Mars. While the Falcon 9 is partially reusable, Starship is designed to be fully reusable, just like a commercial airplane. SpaceX didn't just beat the world to reusability. They forced the entire world to follow, fundamentally unlocking the vast potential of the final frontier. They proved that what was once a multi-billion-dollar dream was, in fact, simply an engineering problem waiting to be solved. The age of throwing away rockets is over. What do you think the rapid pace of development means for the future of humanity? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this, don't forget to like and subscribe for more deep dives into the future of technology. Thanks for watching.